Hello everyone, my name is Miranda and today I'm here to review episode 2 of Class. And really quickly, if you haven't seen my review of episode 1 that was posted earlier, so just, if you feel like it, go check it out. Again, no pressure or anything, but it's just, I'll leave a link to it if you feel ever oh so inclined to watch it if you haven't already. Just a suggestion. But episode 2 of Class was really, really intense. Like, I feel like this was like more so the team's now together. They know that there's monsters. They know that they have to protect the school and themselves from it. And they know that these things are out here, but where do we go from here? And I think it's one thing definitely to be like, yeah, we're a team. Yeah, it's on us. But it's another thing to actually be a team and actually trust each other. And that's what Ram was having the hardest time with, being like, these people aren't my friends, and not like in a rude way, just like I don't know them. Just because we get thrown together doesn't mean they understand what I'm going through or what I'm feeling or what I want to do. Like, I don't have a sense of obligation to them or to the doctor or anything. And I totally get that. I think Ram, maybe aside from April, I feel like Ram went through the hardest stuff because April is very resilient. We've seen that with what happened with her mom. We've seen that with getting just things that have happened to her, and she's very resilient. Even though she has part of her heart connected to the Shadow King, she's trying not to think about it. She's trying to just live her life and not let it influence her, which I think is really, really impressive that she can do that. But Ram, on the other hand, is still reeling a lot from losing his leg and now having to kind of reconfigure everything about football, and also having his girlfriend killed right in front of him. So he is in a very, very bad place right now, and that's starting to make him second guess himself and second guess and kind of isolate. And that's starting to make him kind of second guess and isolate himself, which I think is understandable, but also very, very hard, because what you went through, there are other people who potentially understand at least kind of the what am I even doing right now. So it was interesting to see Ram kind of be the one that was like, I don't know why I need to do this. I don't know if I want to do this. Like, where do I go from here after my whole world just crashed around me? So there definitely is a divide between the 4 or 5. I still don't know if we're counting Charlie's boyfriend as one of the protectors, because he wasn't in this episode. He was mentioned, he's grounded, but he wasn't in this episode. So I don't know. I would like to count him because he's a cutie pie. But this was just about the core 4 and them trying to connect to Ram, and Ram thinking that he was seeing something with his coach. So I just gotta say real quick, props to whoever titled this episode, because the coach with the dragon tattoo, what a pun title. I am always here for those. And I really like that the coach was such a dick. There wasn't even oh, maybe he can be redeemed, or oh no, his powers made him crazy. No, the coach was just a dick. He just wanted power, and he wanted to be able to boss these kids around. And even when Ram kind of confronted him and was like, I want to be better, I want to listen to you, give me that chance, the coach was like, I don't give second chances, blah blah blah, I'm a stupid head. And I was like, this dude needs to go. So it was very interesting to see that the whole thing, I thought the dragon was controlling him, because he's always like, I'm in control, and we're all like, dude, the lunch lady just died. You're not in control, clearly. But then you find out that he is in control, because he's the one kind of holding a dragon as hostage. And I don't know about you, but in my head, it just naturally, to me, it makes sense that if you hold a dragon hostage, you're not gonna win. It's not something that ever is going to work out. So I don't know why he's just obviously such a dick, and there wasn't a redeeming quality about him is what we were supposed to get. And I think it was interesting to see just how much he downplayed it. And it's interesting, what I liked too was how we kind of had the divide between Miss Quill and the kids, how the kids were kind of okay, a dragon just ate this dude in front of us, can you help us? And she's like, that's not my problem, I'm worried about this inspector guy who's totally going after us. And you even saw when she saw the robot guy, she confronted him, but then the coach was in the background. She even saw him and commented that he had a nice butt, and he had a bag of the human body in his hand. And I loved how you could see it, and she clearly could have seen it, but she was just like so focused on her own thing. And then when she actually saw that the dragon was real, she's like, oh gosh, they were right. Like she was just, I just love again how done she is. She's like, I don't want to deal with your problems. Like I know that I have to protect Charlie, but I don't want to deal with this. I got my own thing. And it proved it that she was right, because she found out that dude was a robot and he was programmed by the governors who were mentioned by the head teacher. He said like the governors won't be happy or something like that. So it's interesting that maybe there's some higher thing in charge of all of this potentially that might not have the most well intentions towards the school and towards the students. So that was interesting, definitely. Overall, I just liked how I think this episode had a very good emotional heft to it in Ram and dealing with everything, and when he finally confronted his coach and being like, you're a dick, like I used to respect you, but you're just like a coward and everything, and the coach was like, oh, now you're not scared of me, and Ram's like, no, I am scared, but I'm still gonna kick your ass anyway. And I was like, go Ram, because that is so true. Like so many times in like shows and stuff, you're supposed to be like this fearless warrior who's like not scared of everything, and Ram's like, no, I'm terrified right now. I have no idea what's happening. I've seen people killed in front of me. I lost my leg. My like football career is totally up in limbo right now, and I don't know what's happening, and I'm scared, but I'm not gonna roll over. So I love that, and I love when he finally did talk to his dad about it, and that his dad hopefully believed him. I mean, it looked like he believed him, and I think the fact that he has the leg to show him, you know, like this metal leg can kind of serve as pretty good evidence that this actually did happen, and clearly like his girlfriend is missing, there are these teachers that are missing, stuff like that. So hopefully his dad does believe him, because I feel like Ram needs that. He needs that kind of support in not, I'm trying to make things better, but just I'm here for you and I'm gonna help you in what way you need. So I feel like that's what he got from Tanya, and that's what eventually he realized he kind of needed to explain to Charlie and April, that like I don't want someone to tell me it's gonna be better. I just want someone who's gonna let me feel what I feel and be there for me and make sure I'm okay, but not try and make me okay, you know? So I really did like that, because I feel like so oftentimes, like after like the pilot that we had where like this horrible thing happens, there's monsters, blah blah blah, it's kind of like, okay, now we're gonna move on and this is cool. And you kind of saw that with April and Charlotte. Like they weren't too freaked out by it. They were like trying to come up with a name for the little time zipper thing and kind of just not having fun with it, but I feel like making light of it. And I feel like Ram, on the other hand, was like, this horrible thing just happened. I don't want to make light of it. I don't want it to be okay. And overall, I think this episode showed like a good foot for class. Like I'm interested if this is going to be like the premise it goes on, where there's like this one monster they have to fight every week and stuff like that. And just also like, is it always going to be like just, you know, because like it gets reset. Like now we need a new coach, because the coach, the assistant coach, both gone. We need a new head teacher who I'm interested to see if they're going to clash with Miss Quill, or if Miss Quill will become the head teacher. That'll be interesting, because he kind of, the head teacher now, kind of let her like just do her thing. He even said like, you're a pain in the butt, but it's a good thing, you know? So like it's interesting to see now, is she going to clash with that? And I think overall it's a very cool direction, because now we see more things coming in, and we see kind of, again, like that Power Rangers, the monster of the week kind of thing like that. So I really did like this episode. I was surprised in the emotional part of it, like I said, and how well it was done with Ram and dealing with everything. Ram clearly wasn't like wanting to talk to April and Charlie and be around them and be around how they're kind of like light and whatever and stuff like that. And now I feel like he's gonna start to be more comfortable with it, hopefully. I really did enjoy this episode. I mean, it's got dragons, for goodness sake. What could be better than that? So I'm really interested to see where the rest of the season is gonna go. If you watched episode 2, please feel free to leave your thoughts about it down below in the comments. Also, make sure you give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and be on the lookout for the rest of my videos for class, which will be coming out shortly. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye!